Welcome to Basic Troop Fundraising for your troop group or service unit here with Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest. I'm trying to see if everyone can hear me. Can someone type in and let me know on the chat if you can hear me? Hello? Hold on 1 second for technical difficulties. It's plugged in. That's what they can see. Is it picking it up? How come I can no longer? How come I can? I thought I did. How come I can no longer see the people? They're gone. I lost something somewhere. Do we hit start again here?
Don't worry about the people for now. Let's see if I can hear you. Okay. Let's. Go ahead and start. Go ahead and start. Let me see if I can hear you. See if I can hear you.
Okay. So let's see if I can be heard while I'm trying to navigate this new system for me. Trying to do basic troop fundraising for your troop group or service unit for Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest. I did have everybody on there. I showed several people already logged on. I really do hope you can hear me. I'm going to try to proceed. So for the beginning of our presentation today, I just want to reference the three essential manuals or policies that we follow whenever we are following our fundraising events. We always look to the Volunteer Policy Manual, which is on our website under Forms and Resources, and it's Volunteer Resources. You can also reference our Volunteer Essentials, Forms and Resources and volunteer resources as well. And we also have our guideline for soliciting funds, which is under forms and resources, but it's a little farther down on the list, and that one is under money management. That is a one-page form, PDF form that you could just open up. It's kind of a quick guide to reference when you're in a pinch, and a little easier to answer the basic questions. But if we need more detailed information, then you would work your way backward up to Volunteer Essentials, and then of course Volunteer Policy Manual. And I just want to say, if there's ever a moment where it does not make sense, please just give us a call, reach out to myself or our volunteer manager or any one of our staff, and they can assist you or direct you back to us, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions or give any assistance whenever you're trying to manage troop funds and fundraising. I'm sorry, I don't think I introduced myself. My name is Irene Aguilar. I am the Fund Development Manager for GSDSW. I am located in the El Paso office. So the objective today for us is just to understand the basics in fundraising for your troop group or service unit. And we also will just quickly go through why do we need money, what do troops do with the money, how does a troop fund itself, and sound financial management. Sound financial management is definitely the key to the success of any troop. If the management is done well, then you should go fly through it with ease. So let's start with, why do Girl Scout troops need money? Of course, to put it in a simple term, everything in Girl Scout serves a purpose. We want to develop leadership with our girls as they're having fun in the meantime, and probably don't even realize she's having fun. That's kind of the point. We want them to kind of glide through our activities and learn by doing. The leader would help us facilitate and guide the girls' leadership development, and the troop's purpose would create a safe space and serve the purpose of enabling the girls to do what they choose to do throughout the process. Earning of troop funds teaches girls healthy financial literacy, and they learn how to earn their funds through many things, and they learn to figure out how much things cost and how to maintain a budget for the sustainability of their troop as a group. All of this, of course, is done with adult volunteer guidance, and we may have an example of a situation is a Girl Scout junior troop is planning a trip to a local zoo to learn about career paths with animals. They will need money to secure funds for the entrance fees, snacks, and their meals, etc. So how does the troop and the girls and the leaders plan to do this? Well, we'll start off with the many things. I'm so sorry, I skipped a part. So let's start with so many things that the girls can do with their money. Some examples is that it's really up to the girls, and some examples are programs such as journeys, recognition such as badges, awards, or patches, insignia for uniforms, pins, emblems, events like council-driven activities or service unit activities, learning experience such as training or a tour, trips to a local landmark or a nearby town, ceremonies such as Court of Awards, and take action or other community service projects. So in rare cases, an adult volunteer may use troop funds to pay for group-driven trainings, such as taking a class such as a workshop on how to teach a flag ceremony to a girl. Normally, the majority of our trainings are at no cost. However, there will be some few examples where we will have to possibly pay a fee, and sometimes troop funds can be used for that. The money belongs to the troop as a whole, and our funds raised in the name of Girl Scouting should benefit the entire troop. Our council is a 501c3 nonprofit, and our tax laws do not permit individual girls to benefit. So for example, a troop of 10 girls has 3 eager high sellers during cookie product sales or fall product sales. Those girls are rewarded with incentives or desert dollars, but the funds themselves from their sales are shared by all the girls in the troop. One of your opportunities as a volunteer is to facilitate girl-led financial planning. We should remember to do the following with our girls is to always set goals. We want to know what the girls want to do throughout the year. We want to create a budget with the girls. How much will these activities cost? Determine how much the group needs to earn. Project if cookie and other product sales, if approached proactively and energetically, will earn enough money to meet the expenses and anticipated income. And then make a plan together. Write it out. Once the group has decided on its financial plan, describe it in writing. If the plan involves a group money-earning activity, fill out an application for approval form council and submit it along with the budget worksheet the girls created. For every young Girl Scouts involves families and troop and financial planning. It should never be 2 troop leaders deciding all the troop finances. Please always remember to include the girls. Of course, girls at different grade levels have different financial abilities. I'm going to quickly run through how they can handle financial and sales abilities as they get older. At the DAISY level, group volunteers handle the money, keep financial records, and do all the group budgeting. When they grow into brownies, the group volunteer handles money, keeps financial records, and shares some of the group budgeting responsibilities. Start to introduce the girls to discuss the cost of activities and to set goals. Juniors, the group volunteer retains overall responsibility for long-term budgeting and record keeping, but shares or delegates all other financial responsibilities. Girls can budget for short-term needs of the group and more long-term activities and take action projects. At the cadet, senior, and ambassador levels, girls definitely take the lead here. Girls carry out budgeting, planning, and group money earning projects. Girls can budget for extended travel, take action, and leadership projects. Girls keep their own financial records and give reports to parents and group volunteers. Of course, this is done with the group leaders so that things are maintained in a sound financial manner. I just wanted to throw in an extended travel to always remember that GSUSA offers destination travel, definitely something to look into, and sometimes there is grants available for that through the council. So we usually try to keep people abreast of that, and if you hear of a trip that your group wants to partake, please reach out to me and we can try to see if we can help with that financial planning. How do Girl Scout troops fund themselves? There's 4 basic ways that girls can raise money. The number 1 way to raise money is through council-sponsored product sales. Money earning activities fueled by the girls would be next. Dues is another option that a troop can decide to do.
Thank you so much.
And the last one would be sponsorships. Let's go through one of those individually.
And then I really can't. I'm like, no.
Council-sponsored product sales is where a trooper group receives a share of the money earned through council-sponsored product sale programs. We have our fall product sales and our cookie sales. Each one of these efforts is part of a girls' financial literacy program. These are the best way for girls to earn money to pursue their goals. These efforts come with this program and marketing that support the girls in learning the 5 important skills of goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. For our council, fall product sales are usually September through November, and cookie sales are January through March. The troop earns a portion of the fall product and cookies sold. Income from product sales does not become the property of individual girl members. Once again, girls may be eligible for incentives and credits, as I said before, but the money belongs to the whole troop and not the individual girls who earned it. So if your troop plans and budgets their activities in time, participating in these two opportunities should provide them with the funding necessary to see their plans throughout the year. Money earning activities. This is when any troop group or service unit activity that earns money apart from council-sponsored product sales. This is a girl-led money earning activity. If after participating in fall product and cookie sales, your troop does not earn enough to reach their goals, you may consider a money earning activity. This is where a troop runs to earn additional funds or fundraisers such as bake sales, car washes, babysitting. There are several home-based fundraising situations that you can partake of. Now, one of our rules in our policy manual is that troops may not conduct any money earning project other than the council product sales unless it is to support planned special projects such as an extended trip, community service project, etc. Troops must participate in fall product and cookie sale programs to be considered for any other money earning project and must receive approval from council beforehand. So when we do the money earning activities, on the left you can see that Girl Scouts cannot participate in raffles, drawings, games of chance, direct solicitation of cash, and the sale or endorsement of commercial products or brand products. Girl Scouts may get council approval to sell products they create, such as crafts, rummage sales, recycle items, bracelets, or their services, as I said, like car washing and babysitting. And then, of course, there's also program events. Going back to the endorsement of commercial products, I have been asked in the past if we can use a local restaurant and have them give us a percentage of their sales on a specified date, such as a special event, to support Girl Scouts. These types of events are what we call cause-related marketing, and those are not allowed at the troop level. That type of related marketing is only done at council level, and it must be also pre-approved by GSUSA. The money earning activity is an activity that needs to be pre-approved by council, and the form that you see in front of you now can be found on Forms and Resources down underneath our guidelines for soliciting funds or goods. The troop money earning project request form is pretty straightforward. You just need to fill out your date, service unit, program level, the leader. I do really need a contact. Email and phone. Email is preferred. You need to be specific about the type of project, where you're doing it, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, what you'll be selling, and you need to give event dates and times. You'll also need to let me know where you will be doing this and when and how the funds will be used after the event. If you have done your financial planning well, you should have a budget prepared, and you should have all your girls registered, and you must have participated in product sales, fall or cookie sale. Now, there are different situations where a troop may start up after cookie sales and has not had the chance to partake in fall product sales. We have been approached by troops that start up, say, in early April or May and need some funds. So although they have not already participated in product sale, as long as they speak to their membership manager and then convey the form with me, we normally will accept a troop money earning project because we do understand that you do need funds to start activities because fun costs money. So when you submit your form, um, at the very bottom, you will see that once I receive it, I will review it, discuss it with your membership manager or your service unit, depending on the situation, and then we'll either approve or disapprove. I always give feedback. I always try to reach out to whoever filled in the form and discuss the situation because we want you to be successful and we want the girls to have many activities for learning. So we try to work with you as best we can and try to make sure that with whatever feedback we give you, we make sure your event happens. So always please feel free to reach out to us. You can also fill out a troop service unit fundraising request form. This is a situation where you may have an entity that will be providing funds or goods, such as in-kind goods, one time. It's a one-time deal where it's just one shot and it has to be specific. So they're giving you a set of funds or goods that you will be using for one situation. So let's take into consideration that one troop that starts off in the middle and has not been in product sales, needs some money, and does have, say, an entity that is willing to support the certain activities that you've already had planned and is willing to give that money, then you would have this form filled out. Now, we always want that to be an outside entity. It should not be parents giving money or troop leaders. We want to teach the girls that, philanthropy is definitely something that is out in the world, and there are a lot of philanthropic people out there, and they would be willing to support their efforts. Usually these types of situations come around about a take action, like if a girl wants to do a service to her community. These are usually the kinds of fundraising request forms that follow that. Now keep in mind that approach for cash or in-kind goods such as these should always be done by an adult, by the troop leader. We want to remember the safety of the girls, and this should always be done by an adult. Sorry. The third way that troops can earn funds for themselves is through dues. Some troops may decide to set up monthly dues or annual dues through their troop, whereas all the parents pitch in a little bit to the troop group for annual memberships, or maybe per girl per month to handle supplies. Keep in mind that if you follow fall product and cookie sales and follow your sound financial management, you should be able to raise enough money that you should not be having to move into money earning activities, dues, or sponsorships. These three latter ways of earning money are really a last call resort or to fill in a gap, such as starting a troop in between sponsored product sales. And remember that dues is optional. Try to consider the financial situation of all the girls and families. We want to make sure that every girl is included regardless of financial situations. So keep in mind to always do this as a group effort with a consensus amongst everyone, something that works for everyone. And of course, if there's ever situations that arise, please reach out to membership managers. They're always there to help and talk through these situations and be a guiding force for you. So if the group does decide to collect dues from its members, you must ensure that the collection and use of dues are transparent to all the parents, girls, and volunteers at all times. Make sure your girls are never penalized for not paying dues for those that cannot participate or contribute. Like I said, we want to be aware of everyone's financial situations or, abilities, and we want to make sure that every girl is always included in the troop. All money collected must be follow all of your financial guidelines in handling money for your troop, which is a whole other training, by the way. Okay. Sponsorship guidelines. Now, this is a very unique situation where a troop may decide to approach a group or business. This is usually a long-term agreement. This is a voluntary association between the troop and this entity, and Girl Scouts Council is always also involved. We all work together to provide the program and support for girls of all ages, races, and creeds. Girl Scouts may not fundraise for another organization, promote their products, or have political involvement. So this type of situation is where, let's say, a troop has participated in fall product,
Oh,
is ready to
well,
start some
she's
activities,
super.
but needs
Over
space, a
trust.
meeting space to be able to
I'll
do
bring
this
everything.
if it's a large troop.
Basically, you
And
get
let's say there is a business that has
you
meeting
put
room
it
space
oil
that they
paper,
are not
because
using in the early
I
evening
gotta
or
practice.
weekend hours, and they are willing to loan
Interactive.
you that
Take it.
space.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And this would be an ongoing voluntary association, because then you would set up, well, we're going to use your space for, say, a year or for 6 months until we're done with our series or pathways that we're working on or the journey that we're working on. This could also be where an entity knows that you want to do a certain take action project or something of that nature, and they want to support it, they want to sponsor it. Then that would also be a situation where a sponsorship form would be filled out and worked on together so that we could also recognize this sponsorship through our 501c council standing so that the sponsors can receive a tax credit for their income tax purposes. Now, we may not ever fundraise for another organization. So let me touch a little bit on that. What we mean by that is a perfect example would be the Salvation Army and the kettle that they've set up every Christmas. Sometimes girls are approached to volunteer their time to raise money at Salvation Army and to ring the bell and stand there in the uniform. This is not allowed. It's not allowed because what you are doing is you are using the Girl Scout brand to raise money for the Salvation Army brand. Our charter with Girl Scout of USA does not allow that. And you're essentially promoting someone else's product. And in the end, it may be a feel-good service take action situation on the outside, but really what you are doing is you are raising money for another entity using our brand. So keep that in mind when you are approached by anyone. Always remember that it's about the girl, and the girl is learning how to manage money, raise money, budget money, spend money. It's all about the girl. So if it's not for the girl, then it's usually the way to gauge whether that's allowed or not allowed. And then once again, of course, always reach out to me. I'm definitely here to answer that. But let's say you do end up with the situation where there is a sponsor that's willing to loan a space or provide an in-kind donation or a monetary amount for a specific purpose. This is the form that you would use. It's a troop sponsorship agreement. as it says, it's a written agreement drawn up annually between the council, the trooper group, and the troop sponsor. It delineates their responsibilities, the girl participation, and the girl's participation, which is usually limited to a service project or a specified purpose. And as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. You know, you kind of go through the list, check off what applies, and give us the name of the sponsor, individual, company, address, city, state, zip, phone number, etc. The troop group being sponsored on the right, these forms are a little dated, so it doesn't really ask all the information that I really need, because I don't just need a troop number and a leader name. I need a little more than that. I'm going to need some contact information, so please always add in email and a phone number as well, so that way I can reach out to you all should I need some assistance with the form. And then, of course, once it's been approved, a council person such as myself will sign off on it and communicate that with you. The other reason that we also do this type of form, as well as the previous fundraising form, is, like I said, if an entity wants to recognize their donation on their income tax as a credit, we have to recognize that through council as a 501c3 with a letter. So I need to be informed to be able to provide them that. We hope to update the forms pretty soon. We should be doing that. It'll be coming around the bend pretty soon, and we should have them up on the website possibly within a couple of months. But for the most part, these forms serve their purpose, so please go ahead and continue using these forms, and when we get the new forms on the website, we'll try to announce that as well. So once we're through all those fundraising options, I just want to remind you, going back to sound financial management, these are just kind of like the ticking points. You know, adults should try to avoid paying out of pocket for things they think the girls need. Legitimate expenses should always be reimbursed and documented. The most important help we can offer is how to ensure sound financial management for your troop group or service unit, so please always reach out to us. And remember that the troop funds are solely for the benefit of the girls within the troop group, with input from the girl into its use. Fundraising is definitely a hot topic with girls, because they're always trying to figure out how they're going to get money so they can spend it on something fun. So, no, not just fun. Entertaining, energetic, learning. There's so many different ways that a girl can grow with experiences, and she'll always need some type of funding to make sure that those experiences through our Girl Scout leadership experience happen, right? So we always just want to remind you that always keep the girls in mind, keep them engaged, keep that line of communication open with the girls to see what it is they want to work on and how they're going to make sure that it happens. And remember that all the money within the troop belongs to the troop as a whole, never the property of the individual girls, or separate accounts or ledgers are not permitted. Personal use of troop group funds at any time is illegal. Personal funds and troop group funds cannot be commingled. This is a firm rule in our policy manuals. Please keep that in mind. The two keys also, transparency and communication. Always involve the girls and parents in financial decisions. Remember, it's their money. And transparency, always keep the girls and their parents informed on all troop revenues and expenses. Be proactive by informing everyone of finances before they ask. Make it easy for parents and girls to approach you with the questions, and transparency will aid in the need for communication and provide you with support. And please remember, once again, I know I've beaten this into you today, but remember, it's all about the girls. That's what we're here for. We are here for every girl to have a chance to grow with her leadership skills through the participation of the Girl Scout movement.
You have.
I hope I didn't go too fast through this training. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I thank you for taking this training with me. And once again, this was basic troop fundraising for your troop group or service unit. My name is Irene Aguilar. I'm here as Fund Development Manager based in the El Paso office, but I am available to any one of you. Please just feel to reach out to your local membership manager or local Girl Scout office, and they will get you in touch with me. My email is iaguilar@gsdsw.org. And I hope you've enjoyed this training. I will try to see if I have any questions to answer. I don't seem to see any. I don't see any questions, so I hope that's come through pretty good. So if you do have any questions, iaguilar@gsdsw.org, and I thank you. Have a wonderful evening.